Welcome to Mythical Greece, where we uncover the sacred places, ancient legends, and powerful symbols that shaped the heart of Greek civilization.
I'm Chrysoula, a local travel creator, and today we begin with a site that was once considered the spiritual epicenter of the world, Delphi.
Delphi isn't just a historical site, it's a revelation. Perched on the dramatic slopes of Mount Parnassus, with views that still feel almost divine, this ancient sanctuary was once the home of Apollo's oracle and the site of the Pythian Games. Recognized today as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Delphi was the spiritual center of the ancient world, where kings, generals, and ordinary people came seeking answers not just for their future, but for their fate. And even now, standing among the ruins, it's a place that makes you pause, breathe deeply, and feel something far beyond history. Let's go back to the myths. The gods wanted to find the center of the earth, so Zeus released two eagles from opposite ends of the world. They met here in Delphi. That's why you will see the omphalos stone, the sacred navel, marking this spot. But it was Apollo, god of light, music and prophecy, who claimed Delphi. The legend says he slew the python, a serpent guardian of the site, and established his own oracle. The spirit of Python lingered in the earth, releasing vapors that the Pythia, the oracle priestess, would inhale before entering trance. Her words were cryptic but sacred. Interpreted by male priests, they shaped decisions across the ancient world. Delphi wasn't just myth, it was a real political force. From the 8th century BC, Delphi became the spiritual hub of the Greek world. Every major city-state built treasuries here to house offerings, proclaim victories, and show status. Leaders asked the oracle whether to go to war, establish colonies, or make peace. Her influence stretched across Asia Minor, North Africa, Italy, and even into Persia. Delphi united Greece not just in faith, but in art, architecture, and diplomacy, and it's still uniting travelers today. Now that you know why Delphi is so special, let's talk about how to actually plan your visit. So how do you actually get to Delphi? Delphi is about a 2.5-hour drive from Athens, making it one of the best day trips from the capital. You've got a few options. If you prefer to go on your own, you can rent a car or take a KTEL bus from Iosion station in Athens. Buses run a few times a day and usually make a quick stop in Arachova before reaching Delphi. But if you'd rather not worry about transportation or tickets, I recommend booking a guided bus tour from Athens. These full-day tours usually include pickup, a professional guide, and enough time to explore both the archaeological site and museum. Plus, you will learn a lot more than you would going solo. Just a quick heads up, Delphi is built along a hillside, and the site involves quite a bit of walking. Wear comfortable shoes, bring a hat, and don't forget sunscreen and water, especially in the warmer months. If you can, go in the morning. The light is beautiful, it's cooler, and you will beat most of the crowds. Expect to spend at least 3 to 4 hours on the site. Once you made it to the site and you are ready to explore, start at the center of it all, the Temple of Apollo. This is where the legendary Oracle of Delphi delivered her cryptic prophecies to kings, generals, and pilgrims from across the ancient world. You will see the remains of Doric columns and the raised platform where Apollo's cult statue once stood, a sacred space that radiated power and mystery. Just below the temple lies the Athenian treasury, a small but beautifully restored marble building. It was built by the Athenians to honor Apollo after a military victory, a symbol of both devotion and dominance. Its elegance still stands out among the ruins. Climb a bit higher and you will reach the theater, which once hosted poetry and music contests during the Pythian Games. It could hold up to 5,000 spectators, and the view over the valley below is absolutely stunning, one of the most iconic vistas in Greece. At the very top of the site is the stadium, where ancient athletes competed in foot races and other contests. It's quiet now, but standing there you can almost hear the echoes of the crowds. Take a moment to sit and enjoy the peace and the view. Outside the main sanctuary, but still part of Delphi's sacred landscape, is the Tholos of Athena Pronia, a circular temple surrounded by columns. It's one of the most photographed spots in Delphi. Nearby is the ancient gymnasium, where athletes trained for the Pythian Games. It includes a palestra and baths and offers a fascinating look at the physical culture of ancient Greece. Before or after your visit to the sanctuary, don't miss the Castalian spring, just outside the main entrance. In ancient times, pilgrims and priests purified themselves here before entering the sacred grounds. The water no longer flows freely, but the site still feels serene and symbolic. Whether you visited before or after the ruins, the museum is essential. It ties everything together. Here you will find the Charioteer of Delphi, a life-sized bronze statue with incredible detail, over 2,400 years old. The Sphinx of Naxos, a towering offering from a wealthy islander, full of mystery and symbolism. Fragments of temples, treasuries, and everyday offerings that bring the ancient world to life. The museum doesn't just display artifacts, it tells the human stories behind the stone, from myth and politics to faith and ambition. It's the perfect final stop to help you understand why Delphi meant so much to the ancient world and why it still captivates us today. Unlike other archaeological sites, Delphi offers a deep spiritual energy. You are walking in a place where myth, history, and mystery have intertwined for thousands of years. Even today, some say the site holds a special energy. It's quiet, majestic, and somehow timeless. Whether you are into history, mythology, or nature, Delphi speaks to something deeper. So if you're planning a trip to Greece, Delphi must be on your list, not just for the views or the history, but for the feeling, the connection to something older and deeper. I hope this helped you plan your visit and feel more connected to the mythology behind the stones.
If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me on the next episode of Mythical Greece, where we explore another legendary site. Thanks for watching!